Hi there, Red Bull Ridge here. I finished that plow that I was going to make, so I took a 7-foot plow that I bought for 200 bucks that had a wow in it, and then I heated it up, bent it straight, and this is the finished product here. So I don't have it together yet because I thought I'd just show you some of it first. So I ended up gusseting these corners because I wanted them to be solid. I don't want there to be a weak point on this thing because I've made it almost 9 feet long. So it's gone from 7 feet to 3 inches short of 9 feet. So it'll be smoking good at my property. So anyways, I'll show you this part of it first, and then I'll show you the blade, and then I'll take it outside, put it together, and show you the finished product or whatever. So anyway, so that's been gusseted on both sides. I made this as far as so I can leave it when I put it down, but this thing I made is kind of it's just for now. I'm going to put an I have 1.5 inch square tubing that'll fit in there. I just don't know the exact height that I want it to be at, so I made this for now, and it works, and it's good enough. And then this here is a grade 8 pin, so it's a heavy duty pin that's in there. And I could, okay, we'll pause it and I'll lift it up and show the. Okay, so this is the bottom side of the plow, and I knew because it's going to be pulling more snow and it's wider and I don't want any issues. So this got reinforced. So I gusseted it here on both sides to reinforce this part of it. What I like about the way this one is made, that's why I bought it, or one of the reasons I bought it, is because some of them, they only take the bars, the side bars only come to here. And this older style of one, it actually wraps right around the whole thing, the whole frame. So, and then with this gusseted 3/8 here, it ain't gonna go anywhere. So this part is not the weak point anymore. This part is gonna hold well. And then I put 2 grease nipples on it as well, so I can spin it, and it's in the grease. So anyways, it spins freely, and you can see I've greased it already, and it spins really nice. So I can spin it forwards and backwards, depending on how I want to do it. And what I wanted to show was the bottom part, because this pipe, that's the inside pipe, is now the weak point where it could bend, right? It could bend here. So this part, what I did was I extended it out because it only went this far. Okay, that's as far as this when it was made. It's the same as this top part. It only came to here. Well, the blade that I bought, the holes didn't match up, so the holes are actually outside to here. But the wow that I had was right at that joint is where the wow was in the blade. So I wanted to reinforce it and then bring it out so that it'll transfer the load out to this 4-inch angle iron as well. So now this pipe was only a single pipe. So what I did was I took another pipe and I shoved it inside this one, so I had to bang it with a sledgehammer. And then the next pipe didn't quite fit exactly, so then I had to slot it, and I fit it in. And then the last pipe that I put in, I ended up putting a little piece of whaler bar, and I welded it to it so it would fit precisely. I'm not going to get into trying to find exact pipe that's going to fit. I'm going to make it fit. I'm going to wedge it in. I'm going to weld it first, smooth it off, wedge it in there, push it in there, so that it's now this pipe was only a 3/8 pipe, and it's basically 3/4 inch worth of steel now, all one on top of the other, all welded together, so that this part will never bend. I don't want it to bend. So I made this is the full 20 inches long. This whole pipe that's in this part is 20 inches long through the whole thing, and it's 3/4 inches thick around. So it's not going anywhere. The welds that's here and the welds that are here are not going to break. There's the shear forces. This is against shear, the way this is, you know, when you're going to have some torque on this side, but because of the sheer density of this and the weld, it's not going to break. If it breaks, I can fix it, but I really don't think it's going to break. I think I did a pretty good job, so I think it's going to be fine. So anyways, that's that piece, and the next piece I'll show you in a second here. So here I've got bolt holes, 5/8 bolt holes on either side of this piece. And that's going to bolt onto another 4x4 angle iron that goes across the whole blade, which I'll show you now. And so now you've got the 4 bolts here, and you got another 2 bolts here, 5/8, all 5/8 grade 8 bolts to hold this thing in place. So the pipe I used, you can see here. So I guess you can bend down and we'll do a shot of this thing here. So yeah, I put some wax on it. I got to take the wax off. You can see it's a little whatever. But yeah, so I had to get 3-inch plow bolts, 5/8 plow bolts, grade 8 plow bolts. And then I used the old blade to join the pipe in 4 spots. And 3-inch plow bolts to hold it in place. So this can come off. This is removable, but for me, because I have a dirt blade, this is going to be my snow blade, and that's probably going to stay on forever. You can see the join here where I added this piece, the 1/2 of the lawn tractor blade onto this side, and then I smoothed it out here so it would join up. This rubber is rubber belting I got for free, so I didn't pay nothing for that. And then this pipe I had laying around, so that's no big deal. You can see over there, that's where I cut out those 4 pieces out of the old blade. So you can kind of see that's what I did. And yeah, and then I guess that's a good enough shot, eh? And then I made this. So it's, like I said, it's 3 inches short of 9 feet. You can get a look at the back side, I guess. I just ran some RTV silicone in along this bead because it's rounding now, so I just wanted to have it so snow wouldn't go inside there. It's welded as well as bolted. So now what you have across here is you have the full 8.5 feet is all one piece 4x4 angle on the bottom, as well as on the top is 4x4 angle. So it should be pretty strong, and then I'll put those 2 bolts in here. That's going to bolt together, as well as the 4 that are here, and it should be pretty strong. I think it's going to work out fantastic. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, so the total cost on this thing is probably about $600. You know, if you include the paint and stuff. So for me, I'm pretty happy with it. I mean, everybody's, I don't know, is it a Myers $12,000 plow or something like that, or a real nice Western on a truck? No, it's not. Is it going to be on my old tractor? Yes. And is it going to work? Yes. And did it cost me within my budget for what I wanted to spend and make something that's going to work? Yes. I like it all. So $600. Hey, it was quite a bit of work to do, and I'm doing it out of a 2-car garage here, and you know, there's not limited room. So, but it can be done. So it's done now, and I just want to get it out of here so I got some room back in this shop again. So thanks for watching, and yeah, I'll take it outside and then we'll put it together and show one more shot of it, I guess. Okay, thanks. So I got it outside now, so you can have a look at it outside. I'm not going to bother putting it together because I'm throwing it in the trailer to take it up to the ridge. So anyways, this is what it looks like. And this pipe, I just wanted to make a comment on that pipe. Is once you slot that pipe, it's going to want to bend. It's going to want to wow. So before I welded these 4 pumps on, I put straps, ratchet straps in about 4 places and tightened them up as hard as I could so that the pipe would pull all the way into this blade, so that when you're dragging it along the ground, the pipe is right up against the blade. So, you know, you won't get a flat spot on the bottom, it'll stay round. So that's what I did, and then I tightened these up. I used a flat disc to just grind this down so this would press up against it, and then the pipe would be all the way up to the top with the ratchet straps, and then I put the weld on there so that this is right up against the bottom. And that's just something I just thought you want to do, because it's heavy pipe. It's Schedule 40 pipe, but if you put it right up against it, you know, you're not going to get the bends and the bangs and the flat from dragging it. This thing should last me basically the rest of the time I'm going to use it, so I feel like I'll probably use it another 15 years or something. I'll use this sucker and then I'll sell it. So everybody has their budgets and they have how they think of things, but to me, I think of it, I spent 600 bucks. I spent a bunch of time on it, but I'll bet you 15 years from now I'll get 600 bucks for it. That's how I look at it. So yeah, you can see on this side how it's going to bolt up here. So you've got the 4 bolts here that it used to have, as well as 2 bolts tying outside so that it can absorb some of the twisting force that's going to be on this blade. And yeah, and that's it. So thanks for watching.